So this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and the stock market is now going into wave 5. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And here in front of me is the Dow Jones Industrial Average on the 1 month candlestick chart. So this is a little bit over 100 years of the Dow. And I thought it would be interesting to show you similarities that I see on this chart to show you the top of the stock market for the long term is almost in. And I'm talking your lifetime, my lifetime, long term top that will be put in and we'll never see again in our lives. Now, I want to also touch on the fact of whether or not Bitcoin does do well during times of distress in the stock market, or does Bitcoin follow the stock market? Because a lot of the narrative out there is that Bitcoin will do well when the stock market goes down. And I want to show you on this chart that, well, that might not be true. I do like to provide hope and optimism and show the targets that I'm waiting for. I am shooting for specific targets within cryptocurrencies and digital assets. But I think it's really important that we talk about truth, right? Let's look at the analysis and look at real numbers, right? We don't want to go into things blindly. We want to go into things having an idea of what really happens. So I've got this chart right here, and I want to just kind of do a compare real quick and show you Bitcoin. And it's not going to be the clearest thing in the world, but hey, let's take a look. If we go onto the log scale, it's going to be a little distorted, but let's get it like this. So Bitcoin came into existence back in 2008, right? Way back here, 2008, 2009. And you could see that the stock market has been in an upward trend the entire time, right? So we've had a bull market in the stock market for the last 10 years, which is the entire existence of Bitcoin, in which Bitcoin has been bullish for 10 years. Now let's take a look at when Bitcoin had its big pullbacks, right? Big pullbacks in time. Now look at this one down here, back in October of 2011, same time that the stock market had a big pullback. Come up here, we grind our way up, and then we get our first big fall down right here in February through September of 2015. So the bottom gets confirmed and we start grinding again in September of 2015. Same time, the stock market had a decent sized pullback. Really the first big pullback since way back over here. So we see okay, our correction occurred at the same time that the stock market had a bigger correction where it hung out for a while. Then it continued on its way up again. Bitcoin in the 2017 bull run. Then what happens? Bitcoin tops, right? Right here, right when the stock market topped, right here. Then Bitcoin falls down, bippity boppity boo, it finds its bottom in December is where the bottom actually came in right here, which is also where the stock market found a bottom with a large pullback. So we see that the stock market did, I believe, about another 20% pullback. Yep, a little bit over 19%, almost 20% pullback at the same time. So the stock market ran into a bunch of resistance right here. Let's take this off the log scale. This is where the stock market ran into all of its resistance. And at the same time, Bitcoin does. And then when this bottom gets hit, this bottom gets hit at the same time. And then we go up and we go up. It appears that Bitcoin does well when the stock market does well. I don't see any evidence in this chart showing that Bitcoin performs well when the stock market goes down. I only see evidence of Bitcoin going up when the stock market's going up. If anybody can correct me if I'm wrong there, please feel free to do so. But it looks to me that Bitcoin does well when the stock market does well. Now here's a chart I want to take you over. Let me go ahead and get rid of this Bitcoin part on here, and we're just going to look right at this. And have you ever seen this formation before on a log scale chart for any type of asset? And I can tell you with certainty that I have seen exactly this, and I've seen it in cryptocurrencies. And that is with Ethereum. Here we go. Yep. Just need to widen it out and get rid of all that. There you go. That's the exact same chart. Here, this will make it easier to see if I put them side by side to each other. So let's get rid of all of this stuff and look at it like that. There we go. So notice down here we have a sell off and a bounce, and then we climb up over the top, sell off, bounce, climb up over the top, and consolidate in this area, consolidate in this area, big breakout, crash, big breakout, crash, and then grind up, two big bounces, and then break out, back test, then go up and do the second. So this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and the stock market is now going into wave 5. Now, if that's not a little scary, it's pretty scary to me because I've been watching this for a while. And then what happened with Ethereum, right? Ethereum comes all the way back to this region, which would be this region on the stock market. It would look something like this, coming all the way back down to here. Now, this doesn't look like much, but when we take this off of the log scale, what does that look like? A total bubble collapse for the US stock market. So the question comes to, so you can see these waves, right? You see them. Let's get back over here and turn the log scale off. And we look at the bubble like that. There we go. There you go. So you can see here we have this wave right here, come up, do the other wave, do the other wave. Actually, I've got that wrong. So we've got this wave here, which is this wave, then this wave is this wave, and then we go on. So it seems like we could go parabolic and we could go really fast in the stock market. Now that would probably, if we look at the past and how Bitcoin has done, we could see that Bitcoin does well during a bull market. So, hey, this could be the catalyst and where the money is just flowing. Maybe it flows out of the stock market and into cryptocurrencies really fast. Who knows? I can't speculate on that, to be honest with you. It's really hard to speculate on it. But I thought I would show the similarities and how we have seen this exact same structure in the stock market elsewhere. And it's right here. This is the wave setup. Crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, guys, but I thought this was really interesting to show you, and it doesn't really exactly pertain to XRP, but I just saw this all kind of coming together, and I thought it was just incredibly scary. Yeah, so I think we are in wave 5 of the end, the permanent end of our lifetimes of the stock market. I mean, if you just repeated all of this, how long would this take, right? I mean, this right here, this even on the monthly chart, it won't take me out that far. We're looking in the 2060s to 2070s that this moment would happen right here if we matched structurally the back side of this thing like we did the front side of this thing. We'd be looking at 60 years of yikes. So, maybe none of this will happen. Maybe my analysis on this and my interpretation of the patterns is totally wrong, but I do see something very, very similar. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick me up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.